Attention, attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinusa.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
Yeah, Mr. Bella once again. Wisdom, feel it, come on. Yeah.
Say Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. No, no, no. Biafra will live forever. 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 Ogerugo manige tetanura. The lovers of Biafra. This is the time we need to come together and fight for what is belong to us. Ogerugo maniga bandizu, what make us a giant of Africa. Adapro chinti na sugo. Mbogeru ni sina nyama kweno. Hello Lisa Binigwe, out of his wisdom, giving us somebody like Nnamdi Kanu for this our race to mission. Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. Oh no, no. See you jump our hero, how the fighting never stop. Nnamdi Kanu, but no phone we stop, we cannot stop. Biafra will live forever. Believe me now.
But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the counsel of despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.
afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to this broadcast. This is live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1, where we are coming live to address the interview granted by Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor on Arise TV. Thank you very much for joining. This is first day of August 2021. This is the first day of August 2021, and we are live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. We are live and direct on YouTube. We are live and direct on other social media platforms. And for those of you who do not understand what is going on and how this media war we are going to fight and win, I want to tell you something today. I am just I was just live on YouTube, on Facebook, trying to educate the people, and invite them to join us on enterbiafra.com, Channel 1, to know why it is very important that we are in social media, we are online, we are live, we are broadcasting almost so many times a day, and no amount of broadcast is ever enough to be able to hold the propaganda that the Nigerian government is dishing. So this afternoon, you are going to learn a lot. You are going to learn a lot. And even if you do not learn a lot, there is one thing you are going to learn. One thing you are going to learn from this program today is the importance of media war and media propaganda. Propaganda does not mean that you are lying. Propaganda does not mean that you are bringing fake news, but you are going to know the importance of propaganda and media war. The media war is that when the Nigerian government lie against IPOB, we need to come out with evidence to counter it. When the Nigeria Fulani lie and try to blackmail and slander IPOB and the activities of the Eastern Security Network, we need to come online again and debunk and counter them with more superior argument. That is how the war is going to be won. And one thing is that when you see that things are not things are not happening the way it should happen, you don't blame anybody. Things will take shape on its own. So we are live this afternoon. But before I go further, let me also inform you that if you watch the broadcast of yesterday, the exposition of last night, where I showed you document from the United States of America, indicting Abba Kyari, indicting him, exposing all how he conspired with Hush Puppy to dupe or defraud a Qatari businessman. I showed you something that you should be worried about. I showed you something that you should be worried about. And what was it that I showed you? I showed you FBI America court document referencing Nigeria news article. The article. I showed you where they reference Sahara Reporter. I showed you where they reference Sahara Reporter, they reference other news media in Nigeria as a backup to the probable cause in indicting and the issuing arrest warrant against the Abba Kyari. So I want to take this particular section of that indictment or that FBI document to show you the importance of media, because you don't know. So some of you will come and say, "Oh, you people are talking every day. You people are talking too much. Every day you are broadcasting. Every day you are doing this. Every day you are doing that." You don't know the importance of this broadcast we are doing until the time will come when the international community, when appropriate authorities, when the UN, when people who want to give you Biafra will begin to make references to the news media coming out from the Fulani Janjaweed. And then as they are coming out, as they are making references to this Fulani Janjaweed media, we have to also present our own version of this of what Fulani did. So we have to show where we have countered them. We have to show, not just showing where we countered them, we have to show where we countered them with more superior argument, more superior critical thinking presentation, more superior argument. So we'll be presenting it to them to show that what was coming from the Nigerian news media were lies. And so if you do not counter that lies coming from the Nigerian news media, you are going to have it for a very long time. You have a very long time coming. So I want to use this Abba Kyari case as a case study to why, because you know, sometimes, one moment, sometimes you don't know the importance of what you are doing until something happens that will make you to make reference to that thing that is happening now, live, watch. I'm on ECMA, addressing all right. Thank you. So you will never understand the importance of what we are doing until you find yourself in a position where they are using the media, what Nigerian media reported against you. Until you see where the international community will say the Daily Time reported it, Channel Television reported it, BBC Igbo reported it, this one reported it, that one reported it, and they went there and did those reports. And then with your own power of media, there is nowhere to find where you have actually made a very strong point debunking the report coming from the Fulani Janjaweed media. So it is very important. And I want you people to pay attention to what I'm about to do today, because we are having two different broadcasts this today, the first day of August. So this is our first broadcast. Now, before I move further, before I go further to what I'm about to do, let me show you one thing. Just one thing I want to show you. One moment. One moment. Now, I want to first of all explain to you in criminal investigation. This does not mean that is applicable to us, no. But in criminal investigation, that's what we call probable cause. Probable cause. So I'm going to explain to you what is probable cause, and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the FBI trying to, trying to indict Abba Kyari, and that is what they call probable cause. What prompted them, and the factual evidences that make them to issue the arrest warrant, and actually believing that he participated and is an accomplice in this fraud, internet fraud. So it is called the probable cause. I'm going to show you in the FBI document. Our own is live and direct. We don't do fake news. Now, after showing you this thing and explaining and defining what is probable cause, I will now go and to address the Barrister Ejiofor's interview with Arise TV. Now, why am I addressing Barrister Ejiofor's interview in Arise TV? Why am I on Arise TV? why I am addressing this Barrister Ejiofor interview is because the man called Ruben Abati, opened his mouth while asking Barrister Ejiofor some question, and they said that ESN, ESN is killing people, or that ESN are the one killing police and burning station or something like that. So we do not know where Ruben Abati, how Ruben Abati arrived at that particular conclusion that ESN is the one killing police and all that. Even though when a chief security officer of a state have actually come to exonerate IPOB, and the man claimed, even the man who hates us, the man claimed that he has done his own investigation, which is Hope Uzodinma, that he has done his own investigation, and the people carrying out the attack in Imo State, and of course, if it is the same attack in Imo State and all over Biafra land, are sponsored by politicians. So we do not know what Hope Uzodinma have seen. He is a chief security officer of Imo State. He has come to give, even those who say, when an IG of police come to say it was a ESN and was an IPOB member that went and attacked correctional center in Imo State, everybody know it was wrong. Everybody know the IG was, and it was one of the reasons why the IG was removed. But you know what? If you allow, had it been that immediately IG said it was IPOB members that went to correctional center to release the people, and the news media and nobody debunked it, and nobody actually come to begin to argue that it was a lie, it would have been it would turn to become truth. It will at one point the news will be there. So if any international community want to make reference to the attack in Imo State, they will say IPOB members attack Imo Correctional Center. Have you seen it? But because a lot of people know it was not true, the way they have come out to dish out that it was IPOB members without investigation. Without investigation, goes a long way to prove that they actually premeditated attack, and immediately they carried out that attack, they already have a name to call it. So everybody know. Now that thing, that accusation no longer hold water. No longer hold water. So I want to show you something which after I will now go to analyzing the Barrister Ejiofor's interview on Arise TV. Here we go. Now, when you look at this, let me go to first of all show you what is probable cause, because a lot of you don't know. We have to be to. This is what you cannot get in school. Now you see this thing here, statement of probable cause. Now, what I'm going to tell you this afternoon is what is a probable cause. Probable cause. You see, some of you do not know the meaning of this probable cause. Now, probable cause can be also say is when you have a sufficient evidence, a reasonable ground for a belief that the accused was guilty of the crime. Now, there are so many things that give you this ground. Reasonable suspicions of the presence of evidence of criminality, allowing the search of the person or premises for such evidence by authorities. So, in this particular statement of probable cause by FBI, the document you are seeing now is FBI document. Let me go forward to the first page. This is the first page of this document, the United States District Court. And when you look at this is the original document of FBI. Now let us go to number 6. Let us go to number 6. When you see the summary of probable cause, here the summary of probable cause. So I am telling you, I am now trying to educate you on for you to know what is called probable cause, because that probable cause now will help you to understand why we are coming on social media every day. This probable cause will help you to understand why I am now addressing interview granted by Barrister Jofor on Arise TV. This same probable cause, if you understand what is the probable cause and how you can arrive at that probable cause, you understand that we have to be coming on social media even 200 times a day, if possible. And because we have a lot of broadcasters, so broadcasters should actually focus on debunking all those fake news coming out from Nigeria, because if you don't debunk it, one day the FBI or other agencies they are going to make a reference to it. Now, let me tell you how these references are made. Now, this is news media. This is references of FBI. Let us go to page 6. Now, this is the page 6. The page 6, we are talking about the probable cause. Now, the probable cause here is that the FBI went into deep research. The FBI went as far as reading social Nigeria news media like Sahara Reporter, because Abba Kyari sent pictures of himself, his office, and all that to Hush Puppy. And so he sent the information to Hush Puppy. He even sent to Hush Puppy a publication claiming that the National Assembly want to honor him. So, and that publication was sent to Hush Puppy. Now, this is the identification of Kyari, and remember, this is under probable cause. You see, this picture you see here was sent to Hush Puppy, and then this picture here, it was part of the picture that was sent to Hush Puppy. This picture here was part of the picture that was sent to Hush Puppy, and the FBI listed it. Now, this Abba Kyari also said that they want to honor him. They want to honor him, give him honor for exceptional services, and this was carried out by independent newspaper. Now, FBI have to include this independent newspaper. Now, number 28, the FBI person went further to say, a reviewed online article by Abba Kyari, which indicated that Kyari is an Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team and a Deputy Commissioner of Police in Nigeria. Kyari previously managed anti-robbery squad, commonly known as SARS, officer in charge for several years. You see, FBI is also, they continue to reference this article. They say, article referred to as Kyari as a super cop. You see, the article they saw on social media, the article they saw in the internet, the article about Abba Kyari, this article was written by Nigeria News Media Independent. Now, in this article, they refer to Abba Kyari as super cop of the Nigeria Police Force and describe him as the most decorated officer in the history of Nigeria Police Force. This article, Abba Kyari has been awarded many accolades, including and all that. Now, let me also show you, see example, the Nigeria Voice. The Nigeria Voice is a news media, and the FBI copied it as part of the evidence for the probable cause. Now, meet Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, the Commander IGP Intelligence Response Team, August 24th, 2019, www.thenigeriavoice.com news. So you see, FBI now reference this particular article as a backup to their probable cause. You see that? That is the power of media. That power of media. That is the power of media. That has it been that Abba Kyari is not this person, and you know what he has to do is to debunk it, and then the FBI will not have any reason to go and start making reference to this. Another one is Premium Times, June 11, 2020. www.premiumtimesnigeria.com news. They reference also the Premium Time honor Abba Kyari for exemplary performance, and last visited December 17, 2020. The News Nigeria, why House of Rep decided to honor Super Cop Abba Kyari, June 11, 2020. The News Nigeria. You see, these are references that FBI has made because Nigerian news media carried out this news. You see, they have to go to get evidences for the probable cause to back up their probable cause. So when you see Abba Kyari telling and asking the barrister that ESN is killing people in Nigeria, it will become a kind of reference one day that you don't know it. Now, another reference here is Sahara Reporter, businessman petition Lagos Judicial Panel, review how DCP Abba Kyari extorted him of more than 41 million, October 29, 2020. Now, SaharaReporter.com, businessman petition, the reference, the Sahara Reporter reporting about the extortion of a businessman in Nigeria by Abba Kyari. You see that? They reference it. Another reference they made is to Pulse Nigeria News. Local businessman accuses DCP Kyari of extorting over 41 million. You see, when this news media was reporting this thing, Abba Kyari did not respond. Abba Kyari think that it is nothing. They reported this news media. Abba Kyari did not come publicly to debunk it. Abba Kyari did not do anything, and it has become now a fact. It has become a fact because the FBI did not search, or FBI did not see anywhere in the news media in Nigeria where Abba Kyari team has come to debunk this accusation with more reasonable fact. With more reasonable fact. They did not come to debunk it. So it has become factual. It has become an issue of reference. It has become news article where FBI, other criminal investigators, other agencies all over the world will make reference to that Abba Kyari collected 41 million from a businessman. You see, it has become fact. And now, today, FBI has made reference to this report that give backup to their probable cause, what I call probable cause in criminal investigation. Probable cause. I have defined probable cause for you. I have explained what probable cause is. And on this ground and on this rock, we shall build our, on this rock now, we shall build our temple also. So we are going to tell you the reason why we are now beginning to debunk and analyze the interview of Geoffrey, Barrister Geoffrey on Arise TV, because Ruben Abati made a lot of very frivolous comment and incriminating comment against IPOB and against ESN, which we must not just start to make a comment on social media. We have come to make a video analysis to debunk that thing coming from Ruben Abati. And Ruben Abati have to apologize to indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and ESN for making such, because he do not have the right. He do not have the right to make such assertion against the indigenous people of Biafra, because we don't know where he got the information from. So, and as a journalist, because he went to interview the fake man in Azorok, he is now close to Azorok people, so he has joined the league of those who are trying to bend the truth so that there will be a issue of a reference. Some other, someday they are going to make reference to it. Once they begin to say ESN is burning police in Nigeria, ESN is killing police people, ESN is doing that, ESN is doing that. At the end of the day, one day they are going to begin to make reference, just like they are making reference to this particular news report against Abba Kyari, or for Abba Kyari. Because when this news was reported, Abba Kyari did not react to it. He did not react to it. He did not debunk it. He felt that it was on top of the game in Nigeria, and today they are using it against him. So I have now led the background to the reason why we are coming live every day. I have now laid background for the reason why, for those of you who are saying, you people are talking too much, you are not with us. So I am declaring today, if you see any Biafra, or anybody with Biafra name that come on social media to say you are talking too much, you people are talking too much without action, I declare that you abuse and insult him until he gets brain. From today, we are invoking, if you know how to attack the person on that social media, go ahead. unleash everything you can, because he is not part of us. He is not part of us. He is only using the name of Biafra to come to begin to distract us. Anybody that tells you, you people talk too much, block him. Block him. Don't want to see that kind of comment. Anybody that says, oh, it is time for action, tell him that as we are waiting for action or having action, we have to continue to talk and increase the talking. Because if we do not increase the talking, one day, they are going to be making references to most of the things they are reporting, and we are not debunking them. I'm telling you, not just to debunk. Oh, it's not just to come to say, oh, I didn't do it. We have to be debunking them with more superior argument, you know, factual, not just coming to say for saying sake. We have to debunk them objectively, debunk them with more superior argument and fact. That is what we have come to do today, to debunk Reuben Abati, and we urge him and ask him to apologize for that misleading question that he was asking our lead counsel, Barrister Ejiofor. And here we go. First of all, let me tell you one thing. Before we start this program, before we start this program, I want to also play some very important video in response to that. Very important video in response to that.
Involve more than 100 people will come into Owerri. Where the planner? DSS no here. Military intelligence no here. What did they run?
The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, has confessed that the prison break in Owerri on the 5th of April was not an IPOB attack, but rather an attack sponsored by aggrieved politicians to destabilize the government of APC. In the attack that shockingly cost no lives, he said hoodlums sponsored by known politicians decided to destroy government properties in the state.
Now, that was a report coming from the governor of Imo State, of which we are going to play this video completely. But I want you to pay attention to one thing. Hope Uzodinma that hate us say, the attack was not coming from IPOB. The attack, he has done thorough investigation. He found out that the attack was not coming from IPOB. The attack was not coming from IPOB. Now, I want you to understand that this same attack is the same modus operandi of the all attack happening in Biafra land. So it is a question of, is it because the IPOB are now, we have our own Eastern Security Network, and then the Fulani and Abba Kyari control the Nigeria police, now trained or brought some of their men and paid some criminals to go and start committing this crime you see in Biafra land, in order to give IPOB bad name. Even as that, Hope Uzodinma went into deep research, deep investigation, find out that it was not carried out by the indigenous people of Biafra, has no hand in it. Now, the same thing is applicable to almost all the attack against policemen in Biafra land, of which we continue to maintain that even though you are trying to give us bad name by committing crime and burning police station, killing policemen, you are going to help us at the end of the day. Whatever you do will be for our own good. We said it from the beginning. We say you do not need to, even if you like, go and start killing everybody in Biafra land. It will turn out, it will at the end of the day turn out for our own good. And it is happening like that. So they tried and tried and tried, and they are still doing it. They are still doing it. So we want to know, why did Reuben Abati come to accuse IPOB of attacking policemen in the southeast? Now, let us watch that. Before we go for a commercial. back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Family members, friends, and sympathizers of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, were left deeply disappointed on Monday when the Department of State Services, DSS, failed to produce Kanu for the resumption of his trial at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Despite the protest by Kanu's counsel, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who accused the DSS of refusing to produce the IPOB leader and preventing his lawyers and family members from seeing him. The trial judge, Justice Binta Nyako, insisted that the case could not proceed in the absence of the defendant. The judge adjourned the case to October 21, noting that the annual vacation of judges of the court had commenced. According to her, the court will only reconvene at an earlier date if the prosecution obtained a fiat from the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for the trial to go on during the court vacation. To discuss what actually transpired in the court on Monday and why the media was prevented from showing the proceedings as they unfolded, we're now being joined from our Abuja studio by counsel to the IPOB leader, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Good morning, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Mr. Bati. How are you? Good morning, Mr. Bati. Good morning, Mr. Rufai, and that's one.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, I mean, you must have listened to my introduction. I don't need to repeat details that are already well known out there, but I know you have a story to tell. Tell us your story, and then we'll take it from there with regard to the trial of Nnamdi Kanu.
Mr. Bati, of us, we are fully aware, DSS of Nigeria has a history of gross violation of court orders. And the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was brought to court on 29th day of June 2021 without reference to we, as lawyers, that he was being taken to court on that day. The court made an order, because the order for the court, for them to produce him in court on 26th of July 2021 for trial to commence, it's an order. So it's immaterial that court commence vacation on that day. They're supposed to have produced him in court. So they have a history of clear violation of court orders. Even in this case, I don't want to mention other cases on record. In this case, on 14th of October 2015, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos and brought to Abuja, he was taken to Magistrate Court on 16th of that October and granted bail by same court. Then the VSS refused to obey the order granted admitting him to death bail. On 19th, he was taken to Federal High Court. Ademola J also granted him bail unconditionally. That order was flouted. Then only for them to file a frivolous and unfounded charge, 11-count charge against him on 23rd day of December 2015. So they have the history of flouting court orders. It's immaterial where vacation commenced on 26th. This was brought into court on 26th for trial, for commencement of trial. So, and also it's more so when the DSS has denied us access to him few days before the date for the trial of the case of commencement of trial. We made an effort to see him trial last week before the trial on Monday. They don't allow us to see him. And it's fundamental that in a criminal proceedings of this nature, which you see, assuming the trial was supposed to go on Monday, it now means that we have no pretrial conference discussion with our client before that Monday. So we are denied access to see him. And so this is what we are talking about. That's why we filed an application to get him transferred to prison custody. So we will have our access to him to apply for trial. So, and I want to put it on record today that application, though the court was insistent about getting that application because of the fact that because he said we're on vacation, but that application will be heard at next done date. When heard, and the court must positively consider the application because we must have a forum to see him, interview him, and also before the trial commences. So it's fundamental that that application is considered in the positive to allow us to have access to him. Though another was made on the 26th of July. We are court made an order based on my application, allowing us access to him Mondays and Thursdays. And I'm on the hope that DSS will also obey these orders. So what happened in court on 26th of July, in summary, is not strange to us. It's very, very conversant with this political trial. We are used to it in 2015. We experienced it. We experienced a situation whereby when we brought to court, look as if the president being brought to court. A person has committed no offense unto law. So we are very familiar. But unfortunately, the treatment was extended to the media and also the lawyers who were locked up from courtroom. So it's unfortunate. And the lawyers, the courtroom is only the institution where the lawyer belongs to. I was surprised they were locked up. It took my intervention to ensure that many of them were admitted. Because when I came in, I was astonished in the first place that lawyers were locked out from courtroom. So I have to intervene to ensure that some were allowed in. So,
okay, if I we'll take a short break. When we return, the conversation will continue. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. You're watching the morning show here on the Rise News channel. Well, the counsel of the IPOB leader, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, is still with us from our Abuja studios, the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for staying with us, Mr. Ejiofor. Let's talk about that prayer that was denied by the court, the prayer to have him transferred to a correctional center. Is that solely because you're unable to access him to provide better counsel, or are there other reasons why you wanted him transferred to a correctional center?
You see, the point is that when a person is charged with criminal offense and the offenses of such a nature my client is charged with, he should be allowed access to his lawyers, also giving adequate time and facility to defend them. So, and we didn't think that the DSS is a convenient forum for him to be detained. So, and it is more so when DSS made it known to us that they've concluded interview, they call it investigation. So I don't know what is still in there. So they should allow him, they will transfer him to a place recognized by law where he's supposed to be for interim, pending when application for his bail is considered. So because we are being restricted from seeing him in the DSS facility. That was why we filed an application. And also, let me correct this impression. That application hasn't been had. Ordinarily, it's application grantable as a matter of course. So I just mentioned it to the court because it was filed on 14th of July and served on the prosecution in the federal government on Sunday. So, and they filed a counter affidavit to this application on the 16th, 48 hours after receiving our served with application. And they withheld it for the reasons best known to them. They didn't serve us the counter affidavit until on 26th morning, they called the ambush us with the counter. So I only mentioned to the court that look at what transpired because they raised issues in their counter affidavit, which you need to address by way of further affidavit. So to ensure that the court hear it on the merit. So, but I mainly brought the attention of the court, my lord, that application to be for my client to be transferred to prison is grantable as a matter of course. It didn't need a formal application to that effect. But because of the nature of this case, we have to go by a way of formal application, wherein we have to bring in laws, bring in the laws and facts that would necessitate the constitutional application on the merit and possible grant of the application. So it was adjourned for consideration to no adjourned date. Of course, yeah, where the court asks either the prosecution or we, the first counsel, to come up with an application for fiat to enable him entertain the case during vacation. So that is the position. We are not comfortable with him being detained in DSS custody while the trial commences, and I will object to it and I will oppose it because that's not the place will be. You may be surprised to hear that during the last visit, one of my colleagues during our last visitation to him, one of my colleagues was harassed by DSS. And they will call you to come to that place because when you apply to see him, they will give you a convenient time convenient to them, not convenient to us. They may ask you to come 6 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, or come on Saturdays. So I don't think we're going to work with that kind of guideline. And if you go there by 6 o'clock in the evening or 7 in the evening, you end up leaving the premises around 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock under intimidation. So, and one of my colleagues was harassed. I don't want to make it public, but I'm saying it. So we cannot effectively defend him while in DSS custody. So we are going to oppose it. He must be transferred to prison custody. So we are going to address it in the fullness of time, because we're going to file a further affidavit to that effect and get it argued on the merits on a no certain date. So thank you.
All right. So I'd like to ask, you say you've not been getting access as you should get. When last did you see Nnamdi Kanu? Number one, what was the state when you saw him? Two, I also like to ask you, have you been able to now go one step further? Because there was this clause about the judge not being a vacation judge, Father Fiat. And thirdly, there were some IPOB members arrested, that day on the 26th that he was supposed to be in court. And I remember, I think it's our political editor, our chief political editor, Sumner Sambo, that was telling you while you were, granting the press audience that day that some members were arrested and you didn't even know about it. What's the state with those people? What's going on? Have you been able to intervene in their case, and what were they arrested for?
Well, some of them, after my interview and also possible appeal to the security agents, some were released. So we have a minimum number of them still in detention. Now we're following up. I've already made a contact with CP, FCT to ensure they are giving them, they are released unconditionally. And we are going there this morning to follow it up. So, of course, the way and manner they behave. These people, a court is a public place, accessible to the public. And they never conducted themselves in a manner that suggests they are violent. They were just here to observe the proceedings of the court. But what happened before the court is a matter of serious concern to the public and to the world. You see, yes, as if there's a war going on, battle going on, shooting all over the places, intimidating people. So obviously, if that kind of atmosphere continues to be witnessed in any time the matter is adjourned for hearing, that means there will be no fair trial. Because the same federal government prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu is also chasing fly away from the court, from observing the proceedings of the court. Right? We are restrained from coming to the court. So it's a matter of serious concern, and we're taking steps because as I speak to you, international community is following up. They're watching on what's playing out in court. I don't want to mention them. It's a matter international community is following up. The American government also has, they're following up. I don't want to mention the foreign government who are interested in the matter, but I can assure you that the foreign government is following up, and we're briefing them daily on what's transpiring in court. So it's no longer business as usual, where people's rights will be grossly violated and they will go unchecked. So we are taking steps to ensure that we will keep the world abreast of what is playing out there. Coming to the issue of people arrested, I was also informed yesterday that people who came for the trial, who came to witness the trial, also we are arrested in Kogi, Lokoja, so by military, and they're being detained today. About 30 of them. They were arrested yesterday and still being detained as I speak to you at this moment. So we are still also following up on that. And I'm appealing to the security agency to prevent on the issue army staff to direct people to release my people who were caught on that day, people who merely came to observe the proceedings and cheer out their leader. So they should release them without it, because they didn't come to cause any form of havoc or violence during the proceedings. They were arrested yesterday on their way going back to the east at Lokoja, and are still being detained in Lokoja military barrack today.
Answer. What are your next steps? Is it possible for you to outline your next steps for us? It's clear that your client will remain in custody.
Okay, thank you so much.
October. So what are the next steps that you intend to take? If you could just outline them for purposes of clarity.
We have taken steps to apply to the Honorable CJ for FIAC because the court gave us a window that either the prosecution or the first counsel will also apply. We have done that, and I know they will not apply. So we applied and waiting for approval from the CJ in that regard. So, and also, in line with the substantive order of court, that we should see him on Mondays and Thursdays. I already informed the public that we're going to see him tomorrow at 2 p.m. So I understand that the ESS will have made communication with them to reply our text, but I will go there tomorrow by 2 p.m. So, and whatever outcome, I'll make it public. So, because we can't continue to live this way. So, if they don't want to try him, they should let us know. And so, that's the position. Awaiting the approval of the CJ for our application to grant FIAC to honorable court to hear the matter during vacation. That's what we're waiting for. And it's more so when my Lord are expressing stress to entertain this charge during the vacation. So, and it makes it more easy for us, because if the Lordship is not disposed to hear the application, to hear the suit during the vacation, to have a different thing altogether. So that ground enough, I believe the CJ will consider application on the merit.
Okay, that's the.
But also, let me correct this impression. I find it very worrisome, because several I've heard you over the media, and also I watch you. We follow you on social media. I also watch your programs most likely every morning, and I've heard you severally mention about Nnamdi Kanu arrest in Kenya. So, and it's important at this point. I find it a convenient forum to correct that narrative. And also, I believe this my position will influence yours too. I want to understand the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested in Kenya. So, what took place in Kenya was a clear case of abduction and kidnapping. So, I want you to let the world understand this part. He was not arrested. So, the issue of arrest never come to play. So, because if you compare what's happened to Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya and what is playing out today in Benin Republic, you see that Igboho was arrested and taken to custody where he's being subjected to trial. But Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped at Nairobi Airport, taken to a place, not even a police facility. Also, you may also be surprised to hear this morning that upon his abduction, within 24 hours of the abduction, people who are familiar, who are his friends, started looking for him. And they visited all the police facility in Nairobi in search of him. He was not seen anywhere. So, and he was detained in that private residence for 8 days. So that is a clear case of kidnapping. So after 8 days, he was now handed over to the Nigerian security agents who smuggled him here by extraordinary rendition. So what happened in Kenya is a clear case of operation against Nnamdi Kanu, which is a gross violation of international law, which Nigeria and Kenya are all signatory to the treaty. I mean, Geneva Convention protocols, which are, and also protocol against torture of persons. So, which we have already invited the international community, International Court of Justice, to investigate what transpired in Kenya. So, I don't want to go into the merit of that, but let me just correct that impression. So, the issue of arrest does not even come in the first place. So, I want to correct you to stop telling people that Nnamdi was arrested in Kenya. Was not arrested, was abducted.
Thank you very much. You that is watching this broadcast today, I hope you have listened to our barrister Ejiofor making it very clear to Reuben Abati to stop telling people that he was arrested. So I want you today to make sure you follow Arise TV to know when if Reuben Abati will continue to address Nnamdi Kanu as arrested in Kenya, because there is no other explanation that will be better than this. There is no other explanation. I'm not even going to start addressing that or analyzing that, but this is a very clear message to Reuben Abati and co. So at least if Barrister Ejiofor did not go to Channel Television or AIT or other TV to say it, at least he has said it to Reuben Abati directly to his face. And Reuben Abati should stop saying that Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. Otherwise, it is not going to be well with him. It's not going to end well with him. So Reuben Abati should take this correction and stop addressing this issue. Anytime you want to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, he shouldn't say he was arrested. This is a clear explanation, except if Reuben Abati can come out to tell us what he understood to be arrest. What is arrest? You know, he's according to them, he's a PhD holder. I don't know where he get the PhD, but he should be able to know, the difference between abduction and the difference between kidnapping, abduction, and arrest. Barrister Ejiofor has been able to give him the difference between abduction and arrest by citing the Sunday Igboho's own case in Cotonou, Benin Republic, and how he was arrested at the airport, and Nnamdi Kanu own that even our IPOB families and people in Kenya went to all police station and he was not there. And the fact that he was kept in a private apartment has not been debunked by the government of Nigeria. So Ruben Abati and co should, take this correction. And so if they want to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have to give the fact that it was not arrested, it was not arresting, or he was not arrested, rather he was abducted. So if they cannot use abduction or kidnapping, because they are in Nigeria, then they shouldn't talk about it. They shouldn't talk about it, because you cannot be given these are the things this is exactly the thing I'm talking about. Misleading information. If you do not correct it, it becomes fact. If you do not correct it, you see the FBI using making reference to Sahara Reporter and other reporters against Abba Kyari. So if we do not tackle this kind of things that Ruben Abati and co they are doing, then at the end of the day, one day they are making reference to it and they will use it against us. So those of you who don't know the reason why we are coming live every day, because every day they lie against us. Every day the news media, they twist things against us. And we need to be on top of the game so that anytime they twist it, we come back to retwist it again to the normal position where it's supposed to be. And that is why we are online every day. We continue to be online. And even our presence online should increase times how many as possible. Because now that our leader is in detention, they are going to be twisting a lot of things, trying to make something out of nothing. And our job is to be on top of the game. As they are twisting it, we are retwisting it back, and even turning it against them. That's how it should be. So now let us continue. And why I allow this thing to roll is I don't want to interfere, to interrupt you, but I want it to roll until you get to where Ruben Abati was vomiting those nonsense.
By rendition rendition of pressure, he was not arrested. So if they have arrested him, he was truly arrested in Kenya. They were subjected him to the proceedings, the surrender proceedings in Kenya. Then the world will know he was arrested. So what happened to Iboho? Iboho was arrested, and it was made known to the public that he was arrested. So he wasn't arrested. So let us correct that impression, because it's giving my people very serious concern each time you mention about arrest. And you can see me using word kidnapping and abduction regularly in my interview. So I'm not mistaken about it. So there's a clear difference between a case of arrest and also a case of abduction. So what happened to my client in Kenya is a clear case of abduction and kidnapping. So I want you to be reflecting it in your subsequent interview, please. Because I heard you telling the business commissioner that he was arrested in Kenya. No, he was not arrested in Kenya. Thank you so much for that.
You must well advised that I know the difference between arrest and also extraordinary rendition. Those are not issues that can be explained to me. But I know that,
It is not issue that can be explained to you. Then if it is not issue that can be explained to you, why are you then addressing it as arrest? If it is not issue that can be explained to you, why are you then addressing it as arrest? He said that it is not issue that he said he is sorry. So everybody, you have just listened to Ruben Abati apologizing to Barrister Ejiofor and telling Barrister Ejiofor that he is sorry. Everybody just listen to it. Did you not all listen to it? Ruben Abati has just apologized to Barrister Ejiofor, telling Barrister Ejiofor that he is sorry. He is sorry for that he should not be explained what is kidnapping and what is arrest. So we believe now that after this apology, which by the way, we accepting the apology. We believe that after this apology, if Ruben Abati went further to continue to call this thing or address it as what do I say? Continue to address it as arrest, then we know that he is doing it on purpose, and it shall never be well with him. It shall never be well with him, and it shall never be well with him. Of course, not even ordinary that it shall never be well with him. A lot of things will be done to make sure that he understands the language that we are speaking. He's going to understand the language we are speaking. And now, let us continue with where. Let us continue. A moment. I'm having some issue here. One moment. I think all right, here we go. I think Daniel has been blocked, so don't worry about that.
You guys have approached the African Commission on Human and People's Rights to specifically accuse the Nigerian government of abduction. Where are we with that?
No, we're waiting for the communication has already been sent to them. We're waiting for further directive from the African Union, and I believe we also find a bit of urgency. There's a certain urgent attention to that correspondence. So I believe, and we're checking up. But I believe I should be more attuned with the issue of abduction and arrest than you, as with being fair, with all fairness to you. So I believe I should be more attuned with that. What arrest amount and what abduction amount.
No,
So
I don't need any education on the subject. No, I don't need any education.
No, well, I'm a lawyer now. I don't think.
No, don't worry about that.
I'm an expert in this field, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. Adesua.
Yes, Mr. Ejiofor, the last time you were on the morning show, you raised concerns.
Did you understand this? I think Ruben Abati was very, very angry. He was very, very angry about Barrister Ejiofor trying to educate him on the difference between extraordinary rendition, kidnapping, abduction by a state, and arrest. So Ruben Abati felt insulted. I want you to pay attention to what he did. He said, Barrister Ejiofor, you are not in position to educate me. You see, so it is just a matter of being criminal. A criminal mind, dubious character. So this Abati knows exactly the difference between abduction and kidnapping and arrest. So if you know the difference, why then are you addressing the abduction of Barrister Nnamdi Kanu as arrest? Why? He said he knew. He also went further to say he asked the question, and Barrister Ejiofor answered the question, and he said he don't need the evidence that he cannot. You are not in a position to educate me. This is somebody, and this is a journalist. This is a journalist, though. A journalist inviting somebody to his own program and showing evident hate, bias, evident hate and bias. He is saying in his program, you are not in a position to educate me. If Barrister Ejiofor is not in a position to educate you on this particular issue, why did you invite him? The reason you invited Ejiofor to your program is to educate you on the happening on the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the case of about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the happening. So you don't know. You need him to educate you. Ruben Abati should go and check what is the meaning of definition of education. He said, you are not in position to educate me. And if he's not in a position to educate you, why did you invite him into your program? Why did you invite him to your program? Why? You invited him because you want him to educate you and educate your audience. If you know already what Ejiofor was to tell you, or what he's coming to your program to tell you, you don't need to invite him. You don't need to invite him. By now, you would have been broadcasting and analyzing it on your program without him. So you need him to educate you on this particular topic, and then so that at the same time educating your audience. So why would Ruben Abate pick on Barrister Jofo very indirectly in a very insultive way? That you can't educate me on this. You are not, no, not even. He said you are not in position to educate. I want you to listen to it again. I didn't say it too. I want you to listen to it.
And you can see me using word kidnapping and abduction regularly in my interview. So I'm not mistaken about it. So there's a clear difference between a case of arrest and also a case of abduction. So what happened to my client in Kenya is a clear case of abduction and kidnapping. So I want you to reflect it in your subsequent interview, please. Because I heard you telling the business commissioner that he was arrested in Kenya. No, he was not arrested in Kenya. Thank you so much for that.
You also well advised that I know the difference between arrest and also extraordinary rendition. Those are not issues that can be explained to me. But I know that, you guys have approached the African Commission on Human and People's Rights to specifically accuse the Nigerian government of abduction. Where are we with that?
No, we're waiting for the communication has already been sent to them. We're waiting for further directive from the African Union. And I believe we also find affidavit of urgency. There's a certain urgent attention to that correspondence. So I believe, and we're checking up. But I believe I should be more attuned with the issue of abduction and arrest than you. As, being fair, with all fairness to you. So I believe I should be more attuned with that, what arrest amount and what abduction amount.
No,
so
I don't need any education on the subject. No, I don't need any education.
No, well, I'm a lawyer now. I don't think.
No, don't worry about that.
I'm expecting this should, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me.
You see, don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. You understand? Ruben Abati say you are not in a position to educate me. Don't worry about education. Look at it. You are not in a position to educate me.
Amount and what abduction amount.
No,
so
I don't need any education on the subject. No, I don't need any education.
No, well, I'm a lawyer now. I don't think.
No, don't worry about that.
I'm expecting this should, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. No, don't worry about that.
I'm expecting this should, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. No, don't worry about that.
I'm expecting this should, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. I don't need any education on the subject. No, I don't need any education.
No, well, I'm a lawyer now. I don't think.
No, don't worry about that.
I'm expecting this should, Mr.
Don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me.
You see, don't worry. You are not in a position to educate me. You see, you are not in a position to educate me. And you invited him into your program. You invited him to your program, and at the same time, you are telling him you are not in a position to educate me. So Ruben Abati do not know the meaning of education. Ruben Abati do not know the meaning of educate me. You know, as he said, because actually what he did by inviting Barrister Ejiofor is for Barrister Ejiofor to come to educate him and educate his followers or his listeners, because the question he is asking Ejiofor, he don't know the answer. He don't know the answer. Did he know the answer of the Africa whatever human rights? He don't know. So he need to be educated on the response or what the content of that application is. He don't know. Did he know the reason why court did not bring Masenam Dikano? He don't know. He needs to be educated on that. Did he know also what transpired in Kenya, that Masenam Dikano was not taken to police station in Kenya? He didn't know. He needs to be educated on that. Did he also know that those who were arrested on their way back from Abuja on the bridge, what is Kogi Bridge or whatever? Did he know that Barrister Ejiofor, they have also taken so many moves to make sure that those people are released. He didn't know. He needs to be educated on that. So if Barrister Ejiofor is not in position to educate you on this particular issue, then why did you invite him? Why did you invite him? Because you cannot contact the people that Ejiofor is dealing with, authorities that Ejiofor is dealing with, and ask them this direct question, and they are going to answer you. It is not possible. It is not possible. You have pride. Your PhD is rubbish. It's just a paper. It's just a paper. Ordinary thesis you write. It is rubbish. You people parade yourself. Immediately you go and write your thesis and do this, and you say you are PhD holder. PhD does not make you have brain. PhD does not make. Are we not seeing PhD holders? So because you are PhD holder about, so for that reason, Barrister Ejiofor cannot educate you. Barrister Ejiofor can educate you on this particular, as a lawyer handling this case. He can educate you, and the reason he appears on your program is to educate you. Probably you don't know the meaning of education. You think that education is that Barrister Ejiofor should come and teach you international law, or I don't, maybe international business. So Barrister Ejiofor should come and become your tutor in international business, and then you say, "Oh, you cannot teach me, you cannot educate me." I don't understand. So Reuben Abati should go and check what is education, or have to say someone, "You cannot educate me." He is educating you on the things you don't know. That is education. You invited him. You asked him a lot of questions, and those questions you are asking him, you don't know the answer. So he needs to educate you on what they are doing. He needs to answer those questions, and not only for your consumption, but for the consumption of the people viewing and watching your program. So what do you mean by he is not in a position to educate you? And at the same time, he's not in a position to educate you, but you are misleading people on purpose. You know the difference between arrest and abduction, but you refuse to report it the way it is. So you are misleading your audience on purpose. What do you stand to gain by saying that, by continuing saying that he was arrested and he jumped bail? What do you gain by doing that? When you know the actual thing to report, but you know it, and then he's correcting you. He's correcting you. You say he cannot educate you, that you know the difference between them, and you say you are sorry. I'm even surprised how that sorry comes. I'm even surprised with this kind of pride. How were you able to say you are sorry? Because maybe God arrested you, you don't know when you said it, that you are sorry. At the same time, you are telling him he can't educate, he is not in position. He is not in position to educate you. Let me make it very clear. Reuben Abati, Barrister Ejiofor is in all position known to man and the devil to educate you. He is in position to educate you because you know nothing. You know nothing. The way most of you talk, most of you journalists in Nigeria, you know nothing. And if this is the thing that the people that will go, the best that will go to interview the president, you can imagine the mess in the country. Can imagine the mess. Somebody say Abati is a lawyer. Okay. I didn't know that he's a lawyer. I didn't know. But anyway, that he's a lawyer does not mean that he knows this case. So if Reuben Abati is a lawyer, he is not the lawyer of this case. So he don't know it. So if he's a lawyer, he also needs to be educated about the particular case, because he's not involved in the case. He's not involved in the case. So Barrister Ejiofor needs to educate him about the case. He's not involved in the case. You see? Well, let us continue.
Yes, Mr. Ejiofor, the last time you were on the morning show, you raised concerns over your clients getting fair trial. Can I ask you, do you think that your client is being tried in the court of public opinion? And are you worried that that may affect the outcome or the decision of the courts?
Thank you, thank you, Adesua. I thank you for bringing me, for reminding me this, because the point is that what is playing out today, and this Nigerian government is conversant with that, is we are conducting what they call media trial. and we are good. We are with them in that on that part. So I don't think we'll have a problem with that. We are doing what they call media trial. Of course, before the last agenda, before the 6th of July, the war was informed by the Honorable AG that what will be seen in court on 26th of July, we're going to see a case of murder, terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, or whatnot. But I can assure you, I can confirm to you this morning, that on 26th of July 2021, we are in court. There was no new charge introduced to in this case. There was no any form of amendment in this charge. No form of amendment. So we are into what I call trial, media trial. So and we need to inform the public very well, properly. So there was no amendment to the charge. And you know, in law, you see who assert must prove. It's one thing for you to level allegation against somebody, as frivolous, unfounded, and bogus as they may be. But for us to come to the court and establish it. So the fact that you are saying that you are going to see a case of murder, banditry, kidnapping, and all whatnot, and in court we didn't see anything. So even the application will file in time, serve on them on 14th of July. We are not responding. We are not in good time, because if they had filed and served that application in good time, we have responded and possibly convinced the court to take the application on that day. So I am not averse to this kind of practice. We are very familiar with it. It's been all since 2015, and we are there for them. So they will first of all try somebody, particularly somebody with somebody who is standing on the political trial, or special interest, or media, and getting convicted. So I can assure you that 60 or 80% of uninformed Nigerians has already believed that Nnamdi Kanu committed a case of murder, a case of kidnapping, a case of torture. When there's no such cases, even in the court, there was no such charge in court. So it is their practice, and we are good with them. We are going to give them, follow them head on that part.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not worried at all. So whatever they're saying, we're going to get it debunked in the public opinion.
Okay, Mr.
Yes, exactly what I am saying. Did you hear Barrister Ejiofor? Barrister Ejiofor said it, media trial, and a lot of people in Nigeria already believe that Nnamdi Kanu committed murder. And as we are talking to you today, there is no charges against Nnamdi Kanu on that, because they know it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But the news media, through Abati and co, they want to establish that fact. That is why, first of all, I made reference to FBI document against Abba Kyari. I made reference to how FBI went to online articles in Nigeria to gather information, and they use it to what we call the probable cause in criminal proceeding or criminal investigation. Probable cause. And we don't want that to happen. We cannot allow that, because we are educated people, we are smart, we are brainy. So we are going to be uprooting this thing from the taproot before it germinates and become a big tree. So you don't know the power of media. You do not know the importance of coming online every day to do what we are doing. And that is what Barrister Ejiofor said here. As they are coming, we will be debunking them with more superior argument. And those of you who say Barrister Ejiofor is illuminate and all that, if he's illuminate, and so what? And so what? Is it a crime? Is it a crime? Is it your illuminati? Is it your life? Why are people not concerned? Why are people not just mind your business? If you belong to anything, is it you? Is it your life? Has it come to your house and tell you to stop breathing because I am an illuminati? Why are people so concerned? You that is talking about somebody being an illuminati or belong to something, are you pure? Do you even pray to God? Do God answer your prayer? The way you pray to God and you think God answer your prayer is because God just have mercy on you. It's not because God is listening to your prayer. Some of you, your sin is your sin. If you open your mouth to talk to God, if God is a human being, He will strike you dead. You know, He will strike you dead immediately, because some of you are more than evil. You are more than evil, but you are the one to always first and condemn somebody. You are evil. Some of you, if God is a human being, you know God is not man. If God is a human being, if you open your mouth to ask God for something, He will just send thunder to strike you, because you are evil. You are evil. So if you belong to anything you want to belong, it is not your belonging. It is not. It is not you. It is not you that belong there, and that belonging is not removing anything from your table. So allow anybody who wants to belong to anything to belong. Okay? All right, let us continue.
I mean, you didn't answer my question I asked earlier on. I asked about when last, did you
sorry, Mr. Fine.
Did you see Nnamdi Kanu? Because you said you've not been getting access to him. What was his state? I also asked you, I also have more questions. We'll come back after the break. We'll talk some more. Time you saw him, what's his health like? Secondly, Katrina Leigh, British High Commissioner, yesterday said Britain will provide consular services. What's the talk about that? Have you spoken to the British as regards this? Let's talk quickly. Be fine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rufai. I'll be very quick about my response on this. So, on record, and also on record of DSS, we visited Nnamdi Kanu last on 17th of July, 2021. That was on a Saturday. The Saturday, they asked us to come around 6 p.m. and around 4 p.m. And we were there till about 10 o'clock in the night. That was then the concluded interview with him. So that was last time we saw him. And at the time we saw him, he was still doing in pains of grievous injuries he sustained on account of the torture meted out to him during his detention in Kenya. And secondly, burden of solitary confinement. Because when somebody is kept in a confinement where he has access to his relatives, friends, and well-wishers, where he cannot communicate with anybody, you know the burdensome, you know how it is for somebody to be kept in such an environment, and it's not giving much attention. So, and last week we made serious effort to see him and also get him prepared for the trial that's supposed to commence on Monday this week. So on 19th, we made a contact with the DSS department who are corresponding with us in this case. They refused to give us attention. 20th, something happened. 21st, something happened. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, we didn't see him. So, and we have to cry to the court and inform the court about the position of the DSS, that they refuse access to him. So that is the position as it stands now. But let me hope and believe God that the other court just made on 26th of July that DSS will obey it. Then secondly, I can confirm to you this morning that British High Commission or British government is not doing much about this case. I can confirm also to you that there's every likelihood of connivance in what happened in the fate of my client on the part of the British government. Because sometime 2015, Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos, a British national. I know what happened. I know, therefore, they met. I know how they were keeping in constant communication with me, how they were visiting him both in SSS, where he was initially detained before taken to prison. They were there severally. Severally, every 2 days, they used to visit him in prison, in DSS facility, when he was being kept detained there. And when he was transferred to prison, they were going visiting him regularly. At times, they will make sure they will call to confirm from me about his medical state condition, whether they were still with medical experts. These are things they did in 2015, 16, 17, before he was granted bail. But today, as at yesterday was 27th of July, 2021. A British national was arrested on 19th, was abducted on 19th of June, 2021, smuggled into Nigeria thereafter, and was taken to court on 29th. And these things happened to the knowledge of the British government. And apart from that, we will not formally notify them about what's happening to his national. Because at the time Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya, he was arrested as a British national. He has already announced his Nigerian citizenship for 5 years or 6 years before now. So, and yesterday, being 27, the British High Commission is talking about offering consular services to Mr. Kanu. I wish I had an opportunity of talking to him. I was asking the High Commissioner, why haven't you seen him that time? Have they seen him? This is a pertinent question to ask them. They've not set their eyes on him. They can't talk about offering any form of service to them. Today, I can confirm that to you. So, and they can, at least Mr. Bati will observe from the question, the manner he answered this question, that they are talking about that the Nnamdi Kanu is not a serious issue they're discussing now in the education summit going on in the UK. But I have other serious issues they're discussing. So he just responded to you by way of passing. It's not a matter that taking serious as you may be expecting. But what I believe, which we are activating now, is that they obviously need a force of law to assert the obligation to the international. Well, and we are doing that with our partners in the UK are doing that.
We're running out of time. We have just about a minute to go, but very quickly. One, I would like to ask you, how hurtful do you think the protests in parts of the Southeast are to the Nnamdi Kanu case? Because yesterday we were told there were protests, particularly in Onitsha. And then secondly, I mean, the issue about, our lordship saying, look, she will not grant the transfer of, the accused person from DSS custody to Kuje prison. What do you think of that, considering the fact that the ESN and IPOP have been accused in the Southeast of, freeing persons who were remanded in prison custody in the East? Whether that is true or not is for you to determine. And previously, also, your client jumped bail. Do you think that the court of Justice Binta Nyako, considered all of this to take that decision? He's saying he's better off in DSS custody. Very quickly.
Now, this is exactly where this media war is coming, we are talking about. Did you hear Ruben Abati? Ruben Abati claiming that ESN has been accused of freeing people from the prison. We do not know who Ruben Abati is making reference to, because as far as we're concerned, when the IG of police made that comment, he was sacked. He was sacked. Nigeria, including those who are not Biafra, they debunked IG of police. So why would Ruben Abati now choose to make reference to the IG of police frivolous statement that led to his sack or him being removed? Now, the same thing also, to the claim of jump bail, and this jump bail have been addressed several times. So why would Ruben Abati choose to follow the negative part of this media? It is the part of what we are doing, and that is why he is now romancing with the presidency. He went to interview the presidency, and now he's good. So his job now is to come to use his media to begin to sell false narrative. This false narrative is that the ESN were the people that released the inmate in Imo prison. And the chief security officer of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, has come publicly to exonerate IPOB and the ESN from that particular attack. Why then is Ruben Abati? Does Ruben Abati know better? Know better than the Hope Uzodinma of Imo State? Even if Hope Uzodinma come today to change and say he's ESN, it was of no use, because we have seen, everybody have seen what is happening. Everybody have seen that the crisis in this East is sponsored by Fulani in order to give IPOB, who they see have break every camel back to get close to restoration of Biafra. They are trying to do everything to destabilize the struggle. So everybody have seen it. Even if Hope Uzodinma come today and turn around and turn 360 degrees and say, okay, that thing I said that time is not true, it's ESN, people will still not believe. People know which one is truth. So on that note, I will allow this thing to roll. After the Bryce Joffrey response on that, I'm going to bring you the video of people in Biafra land responding to the accusation against IPOB and against ESN. Now let us watch.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abati. In the first place, you have been misinformed. The court never entertained my application to get him transferred to prison. The court said he will hear the application unless I done it. But when I already applied for him to be transferred to prison, the court said he will not grant it now. And I informed the court that we'll have an application formally before the court to get him transferred to prison. And that application will be entertained on the merit unless I done it. That hasn't been had. So coming to free person.
That is number one. So in case Ruben Abati did not know what is education, or how, Ruben Abati say, Barrister Joffo is not in position to educate him. Now, this is education number one. So, Ruben Abati, Barrister Joffo is now educating you on this particular case, that first of all, you have been misinformed. You have been misinformed. So, this automatically put him, Barrister Joffo, in position to educate you. Okay? And now, this is how he is educating you on this particular issue. So, I don't know how you come about that he is not in position to educate you. He is already educating you. Let me put it back. Let me roll that thing back so that you understand. So that you understand, because you seem not to understand what is the meaning of education. You don't understand it. Let me show you how Barrister Jofor have been able to educate you here.
To prison, the court said we will not grant it now. And so the court never entertained my
Binta and Yako, considered all of this to take that two persons, nature. And then secondly, I mean, the issue about, our lordship saying, look, she will not grant the transfer of, the accused person from DSS custody to Kuje prison. What do you think of that, considering the fact that the ESN and IPOP have been accused in the Southeast of, freeing persons who were remanded in prison custody in the East? Whether that is true or not is for you to determine. And previously, also, your client jumped bail. Do you think that the court of Justice Binta and Yako, considered all of this to take that decision? He's saying he's better off in DSS custody. Very quickly.
Now, the question Ruben Abati asked now, he don't know anything about, this issue. So he needed some clarification. He needed some clarification and opinion from Barrister Ejiofor. He don't know it. He did not know why Justice Nyanko did what she did, or, and he don't know. So he needed this kind of clarification from Barrister Ejiofor. He needed Barrister Ejiofor to shed more light into what has transpired. So why would Ruben Abati now come to his own live show to tell Barrister Ejiofor he is not in position to educate him? Eh? He is not in position to educate him. Are you even watching? Now, let us watch as Barrister Ejiofor educated him now. Now, I want you, Barrister Ejiofor is lecturing Ruben Abati and people who do not know what has transpired. Let us watch.
Thank you so much. Mr. Abati, in the first place, you have been misinformed.
Mr. Abati, Barrister Ejiofor said, in the first place, you have been misinformed. Is that true? Is that true? Ruben Abati, Barrister Ejiofor is now educating you or lecturing you. He said you have been misinformed. Now, the question you asked suggests that you have been misinformed. So now he wants to correct your brain to tell you what actually transpired. Now watch. Oh, Ruben Abati, Ape Face Abati. Okay, you people still remember that name. You people know they forget to. You people don't forget. You people don't forget. Simon, check your YouTube. The system is not following up. That is why should I be checking my YouTube when you have a place to watch this program? You have what we call Enter Biafra Channel 1. Look at your screen. Enter Biafra. Please make sure you are watching from Enter Biafra Channel 1. How can you be talking about YouTube when our Enter Biafra Channel 1, look at it. When our Enter Biafra Channel 1 is working, look at. This is Enter Biafra Channel 1. Look at it. I am following from Enter Biafra Channel 1. You see, the picture is very clear. I can zoom it. I can make it more bigger. Look. In Enter Biafra, you can make this picture like this. It gets smaller. You make it again. It gets smaller. You can make it like this. It gets bigger. You see? You make it again. You zoom it again. It gets bigger. You zoom it again. It gets bigger. You move the picture, the video, it goes. So, you see, why should you be watching from YouTube? And tell me, if YouTube is not working, you have to go to Enter Biafra. That is why we have Enter Biafra. Go to Enter Biafra and enjoy this program. You can make your comment. You know, the comment you will not make in YouTube, you are going to make it in Enter Biafra. You are going to comment freely. Nobody is censoring your comment and all that. Now let us watch Barrister Jofo educating and lecturing Abba Kyari. Sorry, Abati Ephraim Abati. All right, let us go there.
There was no, the court never entertained my application to get him transferred to prison.
Okay, so the court never entertained his application to get him to prison.
The court said he will hear the application unless I done it. But when I already applied for him to be transferred to prison, the court said he will not grant it now. And I informed the court that we'll have an application before the court formally before the court to get him transferred to prison. And that application will be entertained on the merit unless I done it. That hasn't been had. So coming to free person from prisons and in the Southeast, I don't think I'll say more to that effect, because the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, in several forums, has told the world that those who tampered with the prison facility in Imo State and police headquarters are not IPOB members. It's on record. You must have it with you. So, and that has to a reasonable extent vindicated on every allegations against them to that effect. He's told the world that those who were involved in that act were neither IPOB member, not ESN, or people associated with IPOB. I'm talking about the Chief Security Officer of Imo State. He said it. So who am I to say the contrary, or rather the contrary? So
no, it is not who are you. It is not who are you. Rather, who is Abati to say the contrary? Who is Ruben Abati to say the contrary? In fact, who is Ruben Abati to ask such question? Such question when the issue has been addressed and the issue is resting in peace.
The court didn't say he will not grant the transfer. The application will be had on the merits. IPOB, and also it's a mere speculation over the media about the safety, his safety in prison. Let me say this to you: when Nnamdi Kanu was detained in 2015 in Kuje prison, you must have heard about prison break during that period. There was an attempt at prison break. But Nnamdi Kanu stood still at where he was being kept. And there was this issue. You never bothered. And it was an attempt by Boko Haram then to invade the prison, to break the prison to the prison. It's a record. He was there. He was in his cell, comfortably. Never made any effort to go. So make inquiry from prison authority. They will tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is a fine gentleman. He's a non-violent person. So that should be a facility where you give. He's a person that has respect for rule of law and others. So it can never, not of such that will happen. And that's why we're insisting that that application should be had on the merits by court. And they never really one way or the other. Because we have facts with us. We have his antecedents when he was detained in prison in 2015. And I can assure you that the court will be convinced to grant that application. And also, I remember last time you asked me about the superiority of Nigerian British passport and the British passport. I believe this present situation must have answered that question to you. Only a few days ago, President Buhari traveled to UK for medical tourism. So if Nigeria is working well, why is he going to UK? So I believe that question has been answered. I don't think I believe I'm not missing any of your question again.
Well, Council, thank you very much. Fine, Ejiofor. Well, I would like you to go with this. We're completely neutral in this matter. We're not taking sides. We're a media house. And that's why again and again we invite you.
Look at him.
So that you can give our viewers, the benefit of what you know. But we're not taking sides. We're totally neutral.
Look at the man. His conscience.
Beyond
I hope so. I hope so, Mr. Abba.
Well, I've just told you that is the situation. That is where we stand in the matter.
His conscience is judging him. Have you ever seen a journalist? Who, after interview, will take his time to explain to his guest that he is not taking side? No, I am asking you. Have you ever seen any interview, any media house where a journalist will invite a guest after speaking and committing all manner of junk, and during the interview he now ended up the interview that we are neutral, we are not taking side? I'm asking you, it's because of the mumu. Look at somebody who is PhD in media. Look at somebody who says, I am asking you, have you ever watched anywhere in the world, France 24, CNN, even the BBC, all of them, even Channel Television, I have not, as bad as they are, I have not seen. Have you ever seen where after the interview, the conscience is judging them and they now take their time to say, we are not taking side though, we are neutral. We are neutral. It's just for you to understand, because even he himself knows he don't fuck up. Ruben F-Face Abati himself know he has fucked up. He messed up. So he went to, if you have seen anything like that, I want you to show me. No, if you have seen anywhere where a journalist, after interviewing Ghost, will go into explanation to explain to the person that, oh, we are neutral. We are neutral. You know, we are neutral, because he know what he did through this interview suggests something else. He know himself that he did not follow the ethics of journalism. He know himself that every question he asked here was biased. So he went to now clarify to Jofo that he is not taking side, that they are neutral. How can you do that? Have you seen anybody doing that? Only Abati does that on Arise TV. Only Abati does that. Now, you heard the Jofo answering you heard the Jofo answering Abati on the statement of Imo State Governor about the people who invaded the prison. Huh? I want you to understand. Now, let us go to the video. For the record's sake,
than 100 people will come into Owerri. Where the planner? PSS no here. Military intelligence no here. What did they run?
The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, has confessed that the prison break in Owerri on the 5th of April was not an IPOB attack, but rather an attack sponsored by aggrieved politicians to destabilize the government of APC. In the attack that shockingly cost no lives, he said hoodlums sponsored by known politicians decided to destroy government properties in the state.
A group of hoodlums, of course sponsored by some known politicians in Imo State, decided to destroy public infrastructure and government facilities, and attacked the correctional center facilities and also attacked the police state headquarters, put so many vehicles ablaze, broke the correctional facilities open, and the inmates escaped.
This comes 4 days after the prison break took place. Hope Uzodinma said he carried out a proper investigation and knew the attack's perpetrators, but his refusal to name the politicians who carried out the attack disappointed Nigerians.
But what is important here for take home is for Nigerians to know of the plot by a group of aggrieved politicians to destabilize the government of APC. I have done some thorough investigation, and I have a credible lead as to those who are sponsoring these activities of these hoodlums. I don't want to preempt the other investigations by security agencies.
Hello guys, it's Tico here for African Glitz. Less than 24 hours after the attack, members of the Eastern Security Network were swiftly accused of being the masterminds behind the attacks. Still, the group, led by Nnamdi Kanu, denied the accusations.
IPOB don't come say no be them do am. And for IG, the talk say na IPOB wey do am. They wrong. IG, please, they're wrong.
Ralph Uwazurike, who is known as the leader of the movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, refused to condemn Nnamdi Kanu a day after the attack, even though they have had clashes on several occasions. After the former IGP, Mohammed Adamu, said the Owerri prison attack was allegedly carried out by members of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, ESN. Ralph Uwazurike told BBC Pidgin it was too early for anyone to blame IPOB. He added that although people expected him to blame and condemn IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, it will not, just because the Nigerian government is quick to judge when it comes to matters concerning the Igbos and Southeast people.
Okay, want me to say here start condemning Nnamdi Kanu? I will never condemn it. I will not. Because we are doing it as if we are not human beings. Our people are killed.
After the attack, President Buhari from his hospital bed in London condemned the horrific attack and said it was an act of terrorism. In a statement released by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the president directed security and intelligence agencies in the state and the geopolitical zone to fully mobilize and go after the terrorists, apprehend them, and get them punished under the full weight of the law.
But I can tell you we are working hard to ensure that the sponsors of this dastardly act must be brought to book.
Do you think the governor of Imo State knows the perpetrator of the Owerri prison attack? Are you surprised he isn't calling out names? Was the Nigerian police quick to blame IPOB? Please share your opinion in the comment section with us down below. If you found this video informative, like and share this video to reach a wider audience. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell notification so you'll get notified every time we publish a new story or news about what is going on in our country. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.
That's exactly how the whole thing that Abati was talking about, and
Attention, attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinusa.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are upgrading. We are upgrading, and we'll continue to upgrade because the awareness for Biafra restoration and this media war, we are taking to a different level, and we are upgrading. We are going to be trashing this propaganda being sponsored by Nigeria government, and we are equal to the tax. We are equal to the tax. Anytime they bring any propaganda, we will be here to trash it. Where it is happening is in Enter Biafra Channel 1. Enter Biafra Channel 1. Make sure you are always there and follow up what we are doing. Well done. Thank you very much, Marie Chukuma, for your super chat. This is a very powerful super chat today. Thank you very much for supporting us. Well done, Simon. May God continue to strengthen you as you continue to fight for the restoration of Biafra. Thank you very much. Remember that this evening we are coming back for the second broadcast. We are coming back for the second broadcast. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. We are going to be making exposition and again discussing, addressing some issues bordering on the whereabouts of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't miss it. And the time for that broadcast is, I think, 7. One moment. I think the time for the broadcast is 7:30 or so. Let me check. What time is the broadcast this evening? One moment. The broadcast this evening. One moment. Let me cross-check to know the exact time for the evening broadcast. So today we have in the evening around 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Biafra time. 7:30 p.m. Biafra time. Make sure you log into the Enter Biafra channel 1 to watch us live. We are going to have the evening exposition, the whereabouts of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the prayer time live on Enter Biafra channel 1, and time is 7:30 p.m. Don't miss it. Immediately it is coming to 7. You are getting ready. Get your popcorn and your this thing ready for our evening broadcast. Before we go, I'm going to read some of your comment. I'm going to bring some of your comment to the screen before we go. Umunna nwa nwezuaku muna nwezuaku Simon, it be like say now this our channel they upgrade by itself because words still there your mouth where our channel upgrade itself. Yes, we have the upgrading of the channel now is very we upgrade with the highest technology. All right, let us also go to this comment. Onyema Echi Ibekwe face Abati claimed to know the difference between arrest and rendition, but decided to stick to using his TV house to change the narrative in favor of the government. He really messed up. Exactly. He really messed up, and we will not allow them to continue to go away and go free with this kind of changing their stupid narrative. The live 2010, we need everyone to take 5 seconds and press like button. This is very, very important. We have at least on Enter Biafra, on enterbiafra.com channel 1, we have about 2,500 viewers. On YouTube, we have about 1,500 viewers on YouTube. We have 14 on some other platform, and then we have 2 on another platform. So we have a lot of people viewing here, viewers here. So those of you watching on YouTube, you can, because in Enter Biafra there is no place to like. We don't need your like, of course. Then on YouTube, those of you watching on YouTube, at least for this 1,500 people we have on YouTube now, we expect you to hit the like button, because when you are liking it, people who follow you or people who you follow or something like that on YouTube will also have their feed, the video coming on their feed. So by so doing, you are also helping the struggle, spreading the video and let other people watch it. So this 1,500 viewer on YouTube, we are expecting to see at least 1,500 viewers like. If you are watching from YouTube now, I tell you to go to the like button and hit the like, and let us see at least over 1,000. Let us see how many likes we already have there. It is very, very important. People don't understand how important it is. How this message is being spread is that you are able to click the like and let other people know that you are here. Flora Akubuilo, thank you for your super chat. I think I'm coming to that because your super chat just coming. So let us check how many likes do we have already. We have only 554 likes from YouTube. And of course, if you are 1,500 watching on YouTube, why are you not liking it if you know that we are doing a great job here? Because when you like it, it does not add anything to us. The only thing it does is that you are doing a great service for the awareness. It means that those who you follow will have their feed the video flashing on their feed, you know, somehow the YouTube will bring it to their feed and they will see it to watch. So don't be economical with viewers of this video. Don't be greedy that you don't want other people to watch it. So like it. It does not take anything from you. We want to see at least 1,000 plus to like it. Thank you very much. All right, let us continue to check your messages. Let us continue. Abba Kyari has been suspended. Ada Entertainment Center. Abba Kyari has been suspended from police. His suspension is not enough. It is not enough. Suspending him is not enough. It is actually a thing of shame to use the word suspension. Suspension means that, you know, they still believe that there is possibility for him to come back. So they suspended him. So we do not know whether the suspension is indefinite, but it is not. They should remove him, sack him. They should say, you know, remove him from the force because he's a criminal. Thank you very much. And then we have the live 2010. If you know you haven't pressed the like, please, what are you waiting for? Exactly. We want to see the live going up to 1,000 plus. Simon, where do you click to like on Enter Biafra? We don't have the like on Enter Biafra, unfortunately, but you can make your comment. You can make comment on Enter Biafra. You can make comment on Enter Biafra either through your Facebook account if you register through Facebook, if you sign it through Facebook, or if you register as individual on Enter Biafra, you can make your comment. We do not have that like button at the moment, where it is probably coming. The most important thing about our own is that you watch it through the Enter Biafra. But of course, when you share it on Facebook, if you are watching through the Enter Biafra, what you have to do is to share it to other social media. So when you open it, you see Facebook, Twitter, all these people, all these social media platform. Make sure you click on it. It goes directly to your account and share it there. So that the thing you can do from Enter Biafra is to share. So we want to see thousands of share immediately after this broadcast. We want to see you share it to your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also, I don't know if Instagram is there, and then also WhatsApp. Okay, Chuku Michael, Chief Professor Simon Ekpa, happy new month, sir. Happy new month to you too. Thank you very much for being part of the program. Gabriel Mohammed, Mr. Simon, you are too intelligent with great wisdom. I commend you. Thank you very much. It is God's doing. Journalists, Akwa Ete, journalists like Ruben Abati is accomplished in the corrupt system of one Nigeria Fulani government. Exactly, that is the fact. Mr. Simon, no Kwanda Emma for Jesus. Mr. Simon, Ekwa, did you come across the wonderful running by Nigeria in 2020 Olympic? Very fantastic. Nigeria is moving backward. Right. The Nigeria Olympic team have all been disqualified. Some of them are being accused of drug cheat and all that. Lucky Bezela, Simon, please remember that Abati repeat the lie that Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya after the interview in this video. Please, we want to see the video where he repeated that after this interview. Post it and let us see. Super Mazi Emeka Ezeji, my super chat on YouTube didn't show on Enter Biafra. Why, Mazi Simon? Believe me, your super chat on YouTube should be able to show on Enter Biafra as well. You should be able to show. If you didn't show, it means I did not see it. So I am very, very sorry. If you didn't show, it means that I didn't see it. Maybe the super chat went, when I was busy explaining something. So the super chat just went. So I'm sorry for those of you who made super chat and I didn't see the super chat. I apologize. And then Flora Akubilo, the hippo character throwing a blazing uppercut into the air. Thank you very much for your super chat for supporting this page. Sam Abati was on Friday saying that Abba Kyari have to go through extradition process before taken by FBI, but he can't say anything about the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Zoo government, shame on Ruben Abati. Exactly. Flora Akubilo, my MSA, you are too much. Thank you. All right, we are already 2 hours. We are not entertaining people, interaction now. It is going to be in the evening. So we have spent 2 hours here. And thank you for all of you for your support. Antonia Obi Obodo, thank you for your super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Ogadema, Simon, you are doing a great work. History will remember you. Break unbreakable. We must to the next level. Thank you very much. Overrated criminal. Anita Chinwe Morris says overrated criminal cop Abba Kyari must face the justice that he denied innocent citizen of Biafra. Exactly. He must. Chukwudi Ogbaji, boss Simon, I am on Enter Biafra, but I can't find your video. Please, what will I do to find the video? Go to the menu and you select Enter Biafra. You can go to search. When you open the page, go to search, click on the search on the page and type in channel 1. Once you type channel 1, it is going to bring you to the channel 1 and you click on it and you are going to be watching the video live. Very easy. All right. On this note, we are going to call it a day. See you in the evening, 7:30 p.m. Biafra time. May God bless Biafra. May God bless the Oduduwa Republic. May God bless Middle Belt if they are going to accept our prayer. May God bless you watching me. May God bless Arewa. May God bless if they are going to accept our prayer. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless IPOB worldwide. May God bless you. May God bless ESN. May God bless Sunday Igbo and Oduduwa agitators. See you in the evening.
Attention, attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinUSA.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
Yeah, Mr. Bella once again.
Wisdom, heal it, come on.
Say Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. No, no, no. Biafra will live forever. Oh yeah. 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 Ogerugo manige tetanura. The lovers of Biafra. This is the time we need to come together and fight for what is belong to us. Ogerugo maniga bandizu. What make us a giant of Africa? Adam coaching team. Now Sugo Mbogeru nisina nyama kweno. Hello Lisa Binigwe. Out of his wisdom, giving us somebody like Nnamdi Kanu for this our race mission. Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. Oh no. See Ojukwu, our hero, how he fought, he never stop. Nnamdi Kanu, but no one will stop, he cannot stop. Biafra will live forever. Believe me now.
But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the Council of Despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.